Greetings, my name is Katara Robinson. I'm the program director for the Gateway to College at Springfield Technical Community College. And I am here today as well as some of my staff to give you more information about the Gateway to College program. So welcome. This will probably take maybe about 20, no more than 30 minutes. And we will share information with you about Gateway and also about the application process. Certainly feel free to contact our office if you have additional information once we share these details with you. With me today, I have some members of our staff. I have Anita Gallers.
I am the academic counselor for Gateway to College.
And I also have Myra Aleo DeLeon. You're muted, Myra.
Hi, I'm a graduation coach and a mentor.
Myra is also a graduate of the Gateway to College program. So, what is Gateway to College and what are the benefits of the program? So Gateway is an alternative opportunity to earn your high school diploma taking classes at STCC through a scholarship covered by Springfield Public Schools. Through Gateway, students are able to experience college early and for free through our scholarship. They take college courses with college professors. So some of the benefits of this program are that students accepted to Gateway have an opportunity to earn free college credits for any college level courses they take. These credits are transferable, meaning the credits can be transferred to another college when students graduate, so they can actually use those credits toward any degree they're pursuing if the courses they have taken are courses that are required for their particular degree. Students also take fewer classes at a time. Most students take about 4 academic classes in gym and or health. Classes only last about 4 months, which is a semester. So students take the same classes for 4 months and then start a new set of classes the next semester. So we have the fall semester, which is September to December, and the spring semester, which is January to May. Classes are Monday through Friday and can start as early as 8 a.m. and usually end by about 2:30 p.m. with the exception of labs. So students that have classes that have a lab attached may be here longer on some days. So some labs run as late as 4:30. However, labs are usually only once a week. And most students don't have a lab every semester, just so you know. Students also have their academic counselor, which you saw earlier, Anita.
That's me.
And she meets with them regularly to discuss progress and challenges and develop a plan to help them increase their success. Students are also able to access services offered by the college, including free tutoring, professors' office hours, personal support services, disability services, including mental health counseling, student activities, the library, and the fitness center. Students also will receive a bus or parking pass, and you also don't have to wear uniforms. You're welcome. Myra, do you want to elaborate on any of those things?
I would say definitely the benefits that I've used when I was a student there that I feel like it helped me a lot was definitely office hours, which means basically a professor would be meeting with you one-on-one, and you would set up a time where, they either go explain to you homework or something that you're having trouble with. It really helped me. I think it's better if you do, because all the opportunities are just there. You just have to want to be there. There's a lot of help on campus. There's Anita also that knows math. So if you're struggling with math, that's your girl. But everybody, there's definitely a lot of help. For me, just worked more office hours, but there's so many resources to use.
Thank you, Myra. So some frequently asked questions. I'm going to go over a few frequently asked questions. Of course, as I said earlier in this presentation, if you have questions, please feel free to contact us. I will share our contact information at the end of this presentation. So how much does the Gateway program cost and what is the cost to students? Gateway, again, is a scholarship program. This scholarship scholarship basically means that somebody else is paying for you to be here. So Gateway is a scholarship that pays for tuition and fees for students' courses, textbooks. The scholarship also pays for students' books. You can keep the education and the college credits, but the books must be returned, okay? Bus or parking passes are covered by the scholarship. SPS also provides free breakfast and lunch for all students. Students cover the cost by hard work and dedication, meaning good attendance, good grades, and mature behavior. How many college credits can I get while in Gateway? The number of college credits earned varies by student and depends on how many classes the student actually takes and passes. So that would vary depending on who the student is and how many classes they need. How do I know if I'm eligible to apply? Gateway is for Springfield and Agawam high school students ages 16 to 20. If you're 15, you need to turn 16 by the time the semester starts. If you're 20, we need to take a look at your transcript to see how many credits you already have to ensure that you're able to graduate by the time you turn 21. So this program is available to students who are looking for an alternative high school and an early college opportunity. The reasons may vary. Some are experiencing challenges with traditional high school and may be seeking an alternative. Some may have left high school before receiving their diploma, or some may be on the verge of leaving, or some may be behind. We also have students who have attended charter schools, students that homeschooled that have applied to the program. Students must be able to read at least an 8th grade level. All students that apply to the program have to take the college placement test, which will allow us to determine what your reading level is, okay? I already said that. What classes will students take? Classes are held Monday through Friday. Most students start their first semester with a math, English, and college and career readiness course. Additional courses are assigned based on which courses students need to graduate and their college placement test results. So it all depends on what classes you still need to graduate. Those classes will be filled in as extra courses in addition to the English and math classes. I've been talking a lot, so Myra, I know I went through a few things. Is there anything you want to add before I go on?
I can talk about the schedule, especially like for me, I transitioned from commerce. It was just not a fit for me. So when I did start Gateway, the schedule was definitely, I feel like it just helped me a lot because sometimes I feel like for me, 8 classes is too much. And it was better if, it's cut down, which I would take 4 classes and I can actually focus and learn and, acknowledge all the information I'm actually getting for those 4 classes instead of, focusing on 8 and having 8 homeworks. That helped me a lot. Schedule wise, I feel like it just varies, like you said. For me, I think once a lab, I believe, which would all, like you said, I would stay after for lab hours about 4:30. Other than that, I feel like the schedule, like you said, it just depends on how you are, and also too, if you're gonna pass, you have to meet with Anita, and things changes every semester. So you definitely want to always be in contact with Anita. She'll definitely put you on track and make sure you're doing everything you're supposed to do.
Thanks for pointing that out, Myra. Your schedule does change every semester. So you may have, one schedule your first semester, and the second semester, it won't necessarily be the same. So to those students who work, just keep that in mind so that, if you decide to apply and are accepted to the Gateway program, you can let your job know, when your hours change in advance, when you meet with Anita and get that new schedule. Myra, I want to ask you something real quick about the college credits that you earned. Did you find that when you applied to STIC that this kind of helped you to be ahead when you graduated?
Yes, definitely. Honestly, at first, when I applied, I didn't really think of the actual advantage that I was, getting from doing this program until I decided, because obviously we're all young. Some of us don't know what we want to do, when we grow up and when we graduate. So I feel like this is definitely a great program if you are kind of lost as in what you want to do, just because there's so many options. For me, I believe I had 32, I graduated with 32 college credits. So that's definitely way more than half of my associates. So I didn't really need to do a lot more to graduate, which was amazing. And I was still 18 years old. So imagine graduating at 18 with half you associates, like that's amazing. Um, but for sure, it definitely helped me a lot, just to get a foot in the door in college, having a feel what it is, how classes work. And for sure, always staff is always here. Now I'm part of the staff, so I'll be helping too. Getting you ready for the next big step.
Thank you, Myra.
You're
So
welcome.
the last question I have on this page is, what academic support do you offer Gateway students? Maybe I can turn back to that page. Okay, so academic supports, we touched on it in the first slide, but there are several types of academic support offered for Gateway students. Tutoring is offered through the Gateway program. It's also offered at the Student Success Center at STCC. STCC, in addition, has a math center, a writing center, and also open office hours, as Myra discussed earlier. So there's a lot of different places you can go to get assistance if you need help. And as Myra also pointed out, Anita, our wonderful academic counselor, is really well-versed in math, as well as English, as well as some foreign languages. So we also have our own gym in the office that can assist you if you need help. And so students definitely meet with Anita regularly every week to discuss challenges and develop plans, some every 2 weeks, but basically you stay in contact with Anita, with the office, so that we can also offer you that academic support you need or direct you to someone that can help you.
For sure.
Anything you want to add, Myra, before I go on?
I definitely feel like I'm really big on Anita. I think going to your appointments, I feel like a lot of people be like, oh, but we're gonna talk about the same thing, or not really the same thing, but it's good to know where you're standing. And I like to know where I'm standing, maybe changes. You don't want to just find out at the end of the semester or right when you're starting. I feel like STIC gives you so many resources for you to learn. We don't want you to be lost. We don't want you to fail classes. That's why we're here, to help you. And if you actually approach us, before you even get more confused, because one is lost and just confused, you don't want to be there where it's like nothing just goes in. You want to just be like, even if you're struggling one little thing, you can reach any of us and we'll try to help you get the right resources for you, because not everything works for everybody, and we know that. So it's just finding the right resource for you. Like Katara said, there's so many things to do. There's even your classmates, even Gateway students help, and they do groups and study together. I feel like we didn't mention it a lot, but I feel like it's a family-based program. We help each other. We're always there for each other. And that's what matters. Sometimes that's what you need: love, support, somebody to believe in you. And that's what we're here.
Thank you, Myra. Groups, I like that too. Thank you for pointing that out, because students, when they get together, there's something about getting together with another student. Sometimes you learn better from other students than you do from, your professors or, a tutor.
For sure. So, sometimes like for me, definitely it worked being with students, just because sometimes I didn't pick something up And just
Mhm.
because you're with another class with the same, from the program, maybe they pick something you didn't, and you guys exchange information. And that's definitely the best way of learning.
Yes, I agree. So those groups are very beneficial. You can find students that are in some of the same classes as you and form study groups. So that works really well. So there's lots of resources for academics at Gateway to help you get through successfully if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
Big question. Students always ask this one: how long will it take students to earn their diploma? And I keep doing that, and I'm sorry. So basically, this varies by student. Each student is unique, like I said before. So there's several factors. It depends on the college placement test, which could affect the number of math classes students may need. It also depends on how many credits students already earned in high school, how many classes students successfully complete each term. So, there's a few factors. So I can't necessarily tell you how long it will take. It all depends on your unique case. And of course, also MCAS are required in order to get your diploma. So please keep that in mind. So graduation dates vary and there's no guarantees, but our students, again, that we have our Anita here. And so our students meet with Anita either weekly or bi-weekly. And initially when students meet with Anita, she draws out a plan for them. So basically she takes a look at your high school transcript, what classes you already have, determines what classes you still need, and draws out a plan. And when you meet with her, she tells you, okay, according to the plan that we have created here, if you are on track and you pass all these classes, you should graduate by this date. So, you're not totally oblivious when you come in. Anita will give you an idea of when we think you will graduate, and then it's all up to you. So if you pass all the classes, then you're still on track. If you don't pass a class, then, we try to still keep you on track, meaning we'll try to offer you, summer school or something like that if you're falling behind, so we try to still keep you on track for that plan. And again, Anita revisits that plan with you every semester to, try to keep you on track or make plans if some things went awry. Okay. Anybody want to add anything to that? We're good? Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to jump in with a word about IEP and 504 plans. Accommodations are available for students with disabilities through the STIC Disability Services Office. The thing is that those accommodations may not look the same as what a student is used to in a traditional high school. So one example that I like to cite is a student with documented ADHD who's used to getting extra time on tests could probably get that accommodation at STIC if they have the right documentation. However, a student used to working one-on-one with a paraprofessional multiple times per week would need an alternative accommodation and would be provided one because STIC doesn't offer paraprofessional services. So it would look different, but the accommodations would be available. And we encourage students to contact the Disability Services Office for additional details. And that is why we put that contact information on this slide. In terms of our most successful students, this goes back to something that Katara was saying before about asking for help and seeking that extra support. So students with perseverance and grit, what we mean is students who ask for help, students who accept help and don't give up in the face of challenge. We're looking for students who are mature and accept responsibility for their own success. That means being dedicated to accomplishing your goal of graduating high school. And finally, our most successful students are students who are committed to their education, by which we mean attending regularly, completing assignments, studying, and seeking those additional resources as needed to keep you on track and help you be successful. So what does it take to keep the scholarship, assuming you're admitted into the program? So first things first, good grades. We expect a C or better in all of your courses as a minimum. Even though a D will pass in high school, in order to transfer those credits in college, you need a C. So we're looking for a minimum of Cs. Good grades also means completing your assignments, which means setting aside 2 to 3 hours per day for homework studying, tutoring. We also expect, in order for you to get good grades, that you might need to meet with the professor, as Myra said, or you might need to seek tutoring. You might need to form those study groups, like Myra said, study with other students. And the second thing we expect is good attendance. So that means attending all your classes 90% of the time or more, including punctuality. We expect to be on time for classes. And also attendance includes those meetings with me. Those are designed to help students be successful. They're not meant to feel onerous. Really, it's for you. It's for the student. And finally, to keep your scholarship, we expect that mature behavior. So this involves abiding by the student code of conduct, obviously. But basically, we're expecting students to fit in on a college campus in an adult environment. So that also means staying in contact with your professors, keeping in contact with the Gateway staff, and in general, using good communication skills.
All right, thank you, Anita. Myra, did you want to add anything?
Yes, I was gonna say, definitely attendance is definitely number one, and obviously good grades, but this is how I see it. You don't want to just pass with a D and go to college, end up going to college and having to retake the class. That would be that's such a waste of time. You know,
and money.
Yeah, well, definitely that for sure. You know, just do your best. You know, there's so much stuff to do. I feel like, you know, we give you guys so much, not so much, well, so much information, but also so much help. Like, you know, we're there for you mentally because we're always, you know, for me, at least when I was a student, I used to go vent to Katara every single day about different stuff. You know, it's just like, you know, even if you need to talk, we're always here. Attendance wise, I feel like not only because you want to be on time, but because one class as a student, I could say that you miss one class, you missed a lot of work, buddy. You did. And you can get lost like this, you know, and just because the classes are not like, you know, they're probably sometimes there's 3 times a week, you know, and missing that one class, maybe that could have been a test, that could have been a quiz. And most of these professors, you know, not everybody lets you retake them. And sometimes that's 20% of your grade, you know, and that's very important. For me, I feel like attendance is definitely, it's like a job. Let's just say it's a job, right? Because if you don't attend to your job, obviously you're going to miss money. It's like class. You miss class, you just missed out on a lot of information that now you have to make up extra time to get that information, and now you have to catch up because everybody else is in one level, and now that you missed the class, you're kind of behind. I feel like definitely attendance is very important, not only because obviously we want you to go to school, but we also want you to understand and be able to, you know, pass with good grades and be able to be like, okay, this is what they're doing and I just fall behind.
Thank you, Myra.
You're welcome.
Very, very good points. So now that you heard all this information about Gateway, next steps to apply. If you are interested in applying to the Gateway program, you have completed the initial step. So congratulations, you have actually completed the initial step to apply, which is our information session. I don't know if you guys can see Myra since I'm the one talking, so I'll clap. But next steps in the application process are as follows. Complete the online application and submit the required documentation. So this includes paperwork from your counselor and recommender. Basically, we will reach out once you complete the application, we will reach out to your counselor and recommender to have them electronically send your transcripts, your MCAS scores, your IEP or 504 plan, just so we can know what accommodations you need and a recommendation. And they will be sending this information to our email, which is gateway@stcc.edu. Just in case you would, I actually advise that you let your counselor and recommender know that you will be completing the application so they can be on the lookout for the request, or you can just tell them in advance, send it to gateway@stcc.edu. You can find the application on our website at stcc.edu/gateway, or you can also find the link for the application after you watch this information session. So it should be, once you complete the questions for this information session, the link for the application should be there, and you can just click on it and complete it. After you submit the application, you will receive an email to take the college placement test. And as I said earlier, this test will help us determine if you're able to read at an 8th grade level or higher. So you have to complete the college placement test. There will be a math test and also a reading and writing assessment. And you will complete that online as well. This is not a test that's like a 0 to 100 test. This test basically just tells us what classes you need. Okay, so keep that in mind. Try not to be nervous. It just tells us what level you are. So try to do your best. And that way you won't end up in the same class that you may have already taken in high school. Okay, especially for math. So, just try to take your time, focus and relax. And again, it's not a 0 to 100 test. Okay. And then after that, after you complete the college placement test and we determine you're able to read at an 8th grade level, we will send your information to Springfield Public Schools for approval to move forward in the process. Does this mean you're accepted? Not right away. It means that Springfield Schools has given us permission to consider you for the Gateway program. After we receive approval to move forward, we will schedule you for an interview with the Gateway staff. And once the interview is completed, before being officially accepted, all applicants must attend and successfully complete our Gateway prep session, which is a 3-day orientation. More details, of course, will be sent to students as they make their way through the application process. So that's it in a nutshell. You can also find the same steps for our application process on our website at stcc.edu/gateway. I don't know if you can see my mouse, but if you can, it's right here, stcc.edu/gateway. You can find the details to the application process there as well as links for the application information session and so forth. And if you would like to contact us, our email is gateway@stcc.edu, or our phone number is 413-755-4581, 413-755-4581. And so we hope to hear from you and to see you soon. I am going to stop sharing really quick so we can all just wave and say hello. And I will allow Myra to have last words as well. Hello. So I'm not sure if everyone can see all 3 of us, but I will allow Myra to say hello, and then we'll all say, I will allow Myra to share some final words, and then we'll all say goodbye.
What I would like to say, I definitely feel like this program helps you grow. So I hope that if you are watching this, and if you think that this is a good program for you, definitely apply. This is definitely a life-changing program for me. My journey was amazing. I've been helped from the program, job interviews, resumes, you name it. I feel like definitely I take this program very serious. This is family-based. I love me some Katara and Anita. They have helped me grow up. They met me when I was 14 or 15. Wait, 15. And I definitely feel like anybody that puts in the work would definitely be successful. I think that this program could be for anybody that sets their mind up, that wants to get a diploma, that wants to go to college. And I'm just excited to start working with you guys if you guys do join. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Good luck. You're muted,
Thank you,
Katara.
Myra. Thank you, Myra. Anita, did you want to say anything really quick?
What Myra said.
Yes. I
Yeah,
agree.
What
What
Myra,
Myra said.
said was great. Please apply. We look forward to seeing you. And best of luck and thank you.
Thank you so much. Take care. And thank you for attending our information session. Again, you can access the link for the application after you answer the questions for the information session. Have a good day.